Oh, Allotment Walkabout August 2015. We're going to start at the pond end. Oh, you see that frog? Oh, it just jumped into the water. Anyway, this end of the plot, we're really pleased with the gooseberries that we've had this year, and we've managed to make some lovely things out of the gooseberries, as well as stewing them and making marmalade, actually gooseberry marmalade, which we found a recipe for. And the apples on the Cox's Own pippins are looking really good. Hopefully they will swell more as we get towards autumn, because this tree is laden with them. Now this patch of soil alongside the bug hotel, we left fallow actually, and these are the later potatoes on the right. So I've had to dig it over and get all the weeds out of it so that we can get some more crops in for overwintering, such as kale and cabbage and spinach, things like that. On this side, this is the patch where the white and the red onions were, and I've weeded and dug over this patch again so we can get more crops in. Found a couple more red onions there while I was digging that we must have missed when we were pulling them up in the week. We've got a good crop of parsnips there. Alongside those we put some Musselburgh leeks in, and they're looking healthy. Alongside those we've got the broad beans. They're still producing but getting near the end now. And on the frame here we've got some runner beans which are climbing nicely. In fact, I think I'll just nip out the tops there when they get to the top. Just nip off the growing tips so they don't go any taller, and then they can start producing some lovely bean pods. So I'll just nip that one off. There we go. And I think you'll see there's quite a few tiny ones just coming there, so it won't be long before we get some runner bean. Oh, hey, there's one there. Look at that. Just need to be a little bit bigger, but we've got some runner beans finally. They have been a bit late coming, but then we did put them in late. More potatoes. These are the Cara, which have almost finished flowering now, so I'll wait for the foliage to die off before I dig those up. And then through the arch we've got the Stockbridge Arrow rhubarb, which we're going to leave now. I've already harvested the last few stalks of that to make wine out of, so I'll leave that now to die back for the winter. In this bed here we've got dwarf French beans. I think if we go into this one here you can see loads of yellow ones there, and just to the left we've got some purple beans as well. We've got two lots of beans there, and in the back we've got sweet corn, which look as though if the mice don't get to it first we might get some nice cobs of corn. Just need a little bit more sunshine, because corn needs a long hot spell really to ripen. Then we've got two lots of kale. We've got purple kale and green kale here. Then we've got a line of spinach. Still got quite a few Charlotte potatoes to dig up in amongst all these weeds and calendulas. Now a little maintenance job I've done today is put some fence posts in to support the fruit cage, using my trusty soil post hole digger, auger. It's a nice tool that I wouldn't be without it. It's great for putting fence posts in, because it'll dig a hole in this case up to 30 inches deep, because these posts I'm using, and I put another one here on this corner because the wind here is quite fierce in the winter and it's been pushing the fruit cage over. So I've been using 8-foot fence posts and burying them into the ground by a third, so that's hence needing to dig a 32 inch deep hole to put them in. And then I've just used those heavy duty zip ties to fasten the original upright posts to the new ones. And in this patch next to the fruit cage we've still got some beetroot started there, we've got some spinach towards the back there, we've got some more leeks, we've got some peas here that are just about finishing, but there's still a few pods on there, you can see them there nicely. We've got some flowers. We always like to grow flowers for the bees, as you can probably see on the video. The bees have been busy today. And towards the back there we've got yet more peas growing up a wigwam. And to the left we've got some climbing French beans. And in the foreground by my feet here, lots more beetroot. And I'll be pulling some of that up to make some beetroot wine, I think, seeing as we've got so much this year. Again, there's a nice large specimen. And there's a little carrot trial that I've been doing for a university student. Look at the bees. Well, the bee really loving these echinops. Really tucking into the nectar in these flowers. And here in the greenhouse things are hotting up nicely. We've got some peppers there. We've got moneymaker tomatoes and black Russian tomatoes, and I think you'll agree they're starting to look rather dark, because that's hence the name. They are a dark skinned tomato, and they're just coming along nicely. Next to those we've got some basil. Of course, tomato and basil always go good together. More moneymaker, and if I just spin around here we can see a rather spiky cucumber there. So that's what's going on in the greenhouse on the allotment. And in the raised beds at the back of the plot we've got just some salad leaves, a bit more spinach. We've put another row of peas in there for a winter crop of peas. Just hope that they survive. And then just to the left we've got the Victoria rhubarb, which, as I said, with the Stockbridge arrow we're going to leave that now to die back over winter. Give it a good top dressing of manure, and then next year it'll burst forth again and probably give us an even bigger crop. And we've had quite a lot of them lately. And we've got some sunflowers at the back here, which seem to have suffered from the wet weather, they not forming the heads very well. We've only had one, which I think you can see at the back there, it's just finishing off now, just dying off. Doesn't look as though there's many seeds in there for the birds, sadly. And the honey-o strawberries, which are sending out runners now, which will pot on. Got plenty of poppies and a few herbs in this patch. So the bees are loving the flowers at the moment. And the nasturtiums, which are a good weed suppressant on the asparagus bed. So that's the allotment walkabout for August 2015, and thanks for watching.